Goody, goody. That shouldn't have been that painful. Wait, are you even working? Are you picking anything up? Yes, mic picking up. Let's see if you got a battery. You got battery? All right, good. You got some charge. Clip it on both ways here. Hear myself better. It's very strange how everything cut out. Well, in the meantime, last thing y'all saw me doing in that video was sanding down this side and then gluing that on. But that completes the forearms. Just gonna go over them with some 220. And I consider these paint ready for this client. Next thing up will be getting the calf bricks on. Yep, happy with these. Let's see here. Yeah, it should be sandable by now. I'll knock the tack coating off this. And now some 150. Okay, and for the calf bricks, these are cast open. So there's one side that's going to be pretty smooth, and then there's going to be another side that's got some meniscus up on it. It's not a big deal. You just sand that down flat, then sand everything else with that 150, and they'll be good to glue. It's real simple. Just sand the glossy side off. We'll sand the rest down with some 150. And again, I always consult the CRL whenever making marks before we do anything that's permanent or semi-permanent. Come on, calf. Where are you? There you are. All right, that's why I was getting confused, because the blocks get mounted behind the line on the calf. Oh my goodness gracious. I think I put his holster on the wrong leg. This wouldn't be the first time that dyslexia hits. Double check him. Yeah, it goes on the right thigh. So I gotta take care of that real quick. Okay, well, the first one. Okay, since genius me decided it was a good idea to glue the thigh holster on the wrong leg, I get to rip it off and repair it. See if I can even get it ripped off. Maybe not. She may be stuck. And see, that's what happens when you glue it really good. And I can't believe I put it on the wrong leg. I got them flip-flopped. Like I said, I do have dyslexic tendencies at times. Yeah, no, there's no coming off for this. Well, so ignore the fact that I put the holster on the left leg. It goes on the right leg. I do know that this client in particular, he was likely not going for any memberships, so it's not going to make too much of a difference for him. Just a very dumb error on my part. I thought something looked a little goofy with the way that the notches were, because that should be on the upside, but it wasn't registering right, and my head didn't wrap around it. So holster goes on the right leg. Yeah, there's no ripping this off. That super glue stuck. It's done. If it becomes an issue in the future, then I'll just do another right leg for the client with a holster on it. We just want to make sure he gets his by Halloween. All right, last things, well, I got those. His abdomen to sand. These can wait a little bit longer. Here, while you're working on the belt sander, clean all these up for me so we can get them to paint ready. Ah, she cut that. Just way too tall. He did a terrible job. This is one I left with Cashman. He just did a terrible job with. Well, he didn't really even get the suit started. That's just it, because he refuses to do first order, basically. So I sent him off to shore troop instead. But, yeah. Fine. So I'm sorry, it's not Cashman, it was Gaines. Gaines. I guess he didn't look at the picture. It's about all it really takes is not being able to look at the picture, and then you mess up what you're doing. All right, so I got backs to sand, abdomens to sand, little square to cut out on that side, or no, we replace that with a sticker because that's all that really needs to be. very pretty. That's the end of the ABS yesterday. That got sanded down, and then the Evercoat pile put over it. It's a really good combination to have right there. Retains the flexibility. Everything's welded together as one part. Just can't ask for anything better. And I was just sanding down the Polyflex with some 150 grit on a palm sander. Just going over it by hand with a 220, feathering any edges, getting machine marks off. And that's looking paint ready. Except I'd like Bill to try this on because he's 36 inches around the trunk, and when you measure this around the exterior, I got 40 inches. So I got a strong feeling he's going to fit in here without having to have the typical split at the back, and that's preferable if you can get away with doing that. Because typically the split in the back is covered by the seam right here, and that's what allows the expansion. So you've got, depending on how you do things, there's at least 5 inches of room between here to expand this out and still be able to attach if you do it separately and not have anything showing. So just for a standard fit, 36 inch to 41 inch before you have to start adding any type of shimming to the back to extend anything out. I watched it live. I saw what it was. I was really hoping he just dislocated his ankle because, well, watched him. If you watched it live. No, well, I watched it live on TV. He tried to cut left. And, I mean, I saw his ankle just flatten out just like this. Yeah. Just completely flattened out. And whenever I saw him on the ground holding it, and then he waved the medical staff over, I was like, holy crap. Are they just going to pop it in place and he's going to get back on the field? And then they went to the commercial break, and I started thinking about it and going, no, this is going to be worse. And then they came back, and you saw the boot on, and I went, yeah, something's broken now. His ankle was, I at least knew his ankle was definitely broken. But yeah, they said he broke his tibia, fibula, dislocated ankle. But they expect him back in April or May. I mean, just as bad as it sounds, he's still getting his $30 million tender. That was fully guaranteed this season, and I know he has insurance policies. They have very special health and life insurance policies that they take out just in case they can never play again.
And here's the thing. Everybody was like, why is Dallas adding another quarterback to the roster? But kind of glad that they did.
Yeah, well, actually, did you see Dalton?
I didn't see him.
What basically won the game were 2 bombs thrown by Dalton to Michael Gallup with toe tap on the sidelines that set up the field goals. Other than Dalton's bumbled snap that they picked up and scored on pretty quickly, Dalton looked pretty good. So I got a little confidence in Dalton. I have no confidence in the offensive line. And that defensive line needs to come together and start hitting the quarterback a little bit more. They hit him a lot. They hit Daniel Jones a lot this past Sunday, but that's pretty typical. Oh, great. We're talking football with Star Wars going on. Yeah, y'all can hear that. Yeah. Alrighty. So what's next for me is just finishing up the sanding here. This is the Polyflex I put on earlier, using the heavier grit to knock off the tackiness, and then the 150 to bring it down.
I still need a top plate, butt plate.
Okay. There may be a butt plate over there, or I've got a B box over there or something. I'm pretty sure it has a posterior in it. There you go. That's just absolute perfection. This just feels like one totally blended, seamless piece. That's it. That's all that is. Just like one fused hunk of plastic. All right, good. Hi, 3 viewers. Sorry about the cutout earlier. We have no idea what happened. The computer completely froze. Control-Alt-Delete didn't do anything. So just tried picking it up where we left off because I was working to a frozen image for a while. But yeah, we're just wrapping up this first order suit. It is just about paint ready. This was a continuation anyway from yesterday's film. Sanded after the ABS slurry dried overnight, filled the seams. It was all sanded down. Polyflex on top of that. Let it cure. Sand it down real nice, and you got some pretty parts. See, pretty much the last piece I had for them was the back. And then we were just paint ready prep pieces. mean, this is just completely seamless. You feel nothing. Absolutely nothing going across. So definitely use a slurry method. Definitely come behind on it after you sand it and fill those pinholes. This is just marvelous seeing how everything is one piece, not going to crack, not going to come apart. All that is plastic physically fused together. There's a couple machine marks where it ran over. And this is pretty much paint ready. Kevin's sanding the chest right now. Hi. And the last thing I'll do is kind of put the chest up to it and start clamping it in place, because we're going to have to cut out a little bit for it to fit the neck opening there. But as far as that goes, build suit here is pretty much wrapped up. I mean, there's a few little things that need to be done, so you'll see that more or less on a belt assembly video. We've got the belt boxes over there. If you've seen some of our pictures and Instagram, Facebook posts, behind boxes, we'll cut a block of wood, you see here, for the belt. So that we have something to glue and screw behind. So you see it right there. Little things like that need to be done before the suit actually goes in for paint. So what I can say for sure is I do have Frank Browning's suit right next to me that already has the abdomen and thermal detonator assembly done. We've done all the trimming and sanding to it, and that it's base and ready to be built from scratch. Forearms, biceps, thighs, shins, our main assembly parts. So with the live video tomorrow, we'll be able to lay that out and go over all the butt joining on and overlapping and everything else that we do with them.
Deeper edge sanded.
Yeah, now it just needs to be edge sanded. Yep. So these are all the parts that just get painted and then assembled. So little thing, belt. I've got a little bit of time. We can go ahead and get some boxes in. Let's see. Still need to assemble the ankle covers real quick. Come on, boxes. That's the lid box. That's the one that gets back there. Yeah, these are the only three that'll get backed with a piece of cod piece. Bells look good. So I'll just edge sanding before paint. Very good. So like I was saying, one of the last things that we'll do with this is start lining it up front to back with some clamps, and then I'll pencil mark in this collar area that'll need to be cut away so that it always lines up like this. All right, great stuff here, great stuff. So you can just sand all this and not worry about it. I'll set them off to the side and get them sanded a bit later. Those and those. So that's the lid box. taking a break.
Hey, this stuff dry. Primer, and I'll shoot it with the rest, and then we'll be good.
Yay.
Looks good.
Well, you did a good job.
Oh, thanks.
Well, you did a horrible job, but for some reason it still looks good.
That's my
Which one do you want?
That's my ammo.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a little,
Now maybe they can hear you.
a little Mikey for the mic. It's a Mikey mic for the maybe mic for Mikey mic.
It's a good little microphone. It picks up darn good. Logan
Yeah, I can imagine it
recommended
picks up really good when you're like sitting there sanding with the machine.
It actually has its own noise gate.
Oh, good.
So whenever it hears loud noises, it'll kill it. But the other streaming program, Streamlabs, that I prefer to use to stream instead of YouTube, let me set up my own noise gate so I could cancel it out if the decibels got above a certain level. That would cut it out. But then Streamlabs decided to be greedy. Instead of being free, they wanted $10 a month.
That's because everybody's becoming streamers.
Yeah, subscription service.
I mean, everything starts off free until everybody uses it to make money.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they were making money somehow before. I don't know how, but I don't know. Beaver came in and set up all our streaming stuff, and
all the free shit.
he said he'd come back and there's some kind of. He said there's some kind of plug-in or something that I could use. So I could do it again, but whatever. I could still stream for free on Twitch using their stuff, but on Facebook and YouTube it wanted money. So that kind of sucks.
Well, you can always
our studio
stream on
is so
Twitch
much better than this.
You can stream on Twitch and then just advert on it in your.
We started out with the Twitch streaming. Not the audience we're really going for. We got affiliate status with Twitch pretty darn quick, but that's when James was coming in and doing what I'm doing here regularly while others of us were doing work. You know, he was entertaining and letting people know stuff. A little bit more on this one. So yeah, there are only a couple little minor things left to assemble right here. Just ankle covers, the box with the lid, you glue the lid on, or you could try to set it up with magnets if you want. So you can actually use it as a little container, completely possible. Okay, so I'll probably just go ahead and paint these separate. Talk to Bill about it on Friday, see what we can do. And I guess the last thing that I'll kind of show y'all how to put together today is going to be the ankles. And they're real simple. They consist of the arched part and the ankle straps themselves. Let's get some of the burrs off. I need one more big clip. I need one more big clip. And that will be pretty much the end of what we are doing right now. I'm going to do a quick camera adjustment and go find another clip and be right back. So, using a CRL to reference, come in and put these together. You got to figure out which one's left and which one's right because it is awful confusing sometimes. But the narrow side's going to go on the narrow side. And looking at how they have them overlapped, they want it to tuck in on the underside and extend around, cover up that. That's what I'm seeing. But then again, on the other one, actually, I think it's kind of funny. If you go to the ankle spat CRL, if you go to the ankle spat CRL, you can actually see that it looks like they were assembled mirror. One of them, they put this little tab on the underside, and the other side, they put the tab on the overside. So I guess as long as you've got an assembled seam, it doesn't matter. And in all honesty, the way our parts are in design, the overlap seam is going to work a little bit better. It just grooves right in right there. So not any different than anything else we really do. Get a pencil mark on it. Sand that area. Same thing with the other side. Yep, that looks right. There. And super glue and accelerator. Well, it's glad to know that, since I put that holster on the wrong leg, I'm not the only one that makes mistakes. We've got published CRLs that have major mistakes in them, so, oh well. I'm sure when that display set of armor was being built, it was early on, and they probably didn't know what they were doing either. They're just trying to figure it out, like everyone else. Oh, man, that got me good. A lot of super glue stuff. And the last little thing, which is the one weird one where the trapezoid goes on the inside of the point right there. Just mark it off so I know where to sand. And I got stuck with super glue that time. All right, there's your right side ankle spat. Oh yeah, I got super glue all up in me. I have to acetone these. Fingernails are stuck. Huh? No, I had to move it so we could get the generators out. Very simple stuff here, guys. Very simple. Don't ever forget we are building life-size model kits. So all model building rules apply. If you've never built a model, I suggest you have some help when you're doing this. And that's our assembled left and right ankle spats, ready for paint. Not much to them, not much else to say right now. Separate little part goes on after they get painted. We'll put a little Velcro down on this side and the other side, and that's it. Right now, everything on Bill's suit is paint ready, except for just a wee bit of sanding that needs to be done. And we'll be good to go. I'll go ahead and start exiting this video. I said earlier, tomorrow I've got Kenneth Browning's suit, so we'll show the finished end assembly of forearms, biceps, thighs, shins, and that's really it for our basic assembly paint ready first order stormtrooper tutorials that'll be coming up here. So look for us there in tomorrow morning. Ought to put in about a good 6 hours during that build, 5 or 6 hours, and we'll see y'all later. So thank you all for watching, and hit the like and the subscribe button because we really need it right now. Thank you. Bye-bye.